Our top story tonight, 2 shelters are opening up in Macon for people escaping Hurricane Irma. 41 NBC's Michael Warwick live in East Macon at one of those shelters, and he has more. Mike.
All of the hotels in Macon-Bibb are full. Now the East Macon Rec Center is opening up for evacuees for Hurricane Irma. This is the scene. Cots being set up by a whole host of volunteers. They are expecting a large crowd. Now this is a team effort. The American Red Cross working to house these evacuees. The Salvation Army, working to feed them.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of about 1,000 to 1,200 individuals will be feeding each and every meal.
2 recreation centers in Macon expecting a large number of people coming to take shelter from Hurricane Irma.
Some of these folks that are coming in, there's the possibility that they have lost everything.
The Salvation Army stepping up with food for evacuees, like last October when around 500 people from the coast took shelter in Macon to avoid Hurricane Matthew.
We're now looking at the influx of individuals and families coming up in through Florida as well, so that number is probably going to be significantly higher.
The American Red Cross also contributing.
Everyone's sort of taking a piece of the pie so that we have all the bases covered.
It's filling shelters with cots and household items.
We're all working in harmony together to make sure that we are covering all of the needs.
Evacuees can expect a good meal. The Salvation Army more than willing to feed people it hasn't before.
This just sort of expands our scope of operations, so we're just there to help out in any capacity that we can.
This shelter here in East Macon opened up today at 4 p.m. No evacuees have come through yet. There is going to be another shelter opening in North Macon. That's going to open tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Now, one thing to note is that if you have a pet and you're evacuating, you cannot bring your pets to the 2 shelters that have opened in Macon-Bibb. You're going to have to take your pets to the Macon State Farm Market. That's on Eisenhower Parkway. Just something to note for all the folks that are going to be evacuating up this way. It sounds like it's going to be a lot, and that's what the folks here are planning for. Reporting live in Macon, Michael Warwick, 41 NBC News.